This is for the people who are seriously wanting to get out of a toxic relationship. If you want to take your power back and leave that person behind that has dragged you down so much that you don't even know who you are anymore, then please listen to this video. So this is going to be 3 ways to get out of a toxic relationship. The first way, no contact. Now, I don't know if you could tell that this was coming or anticipated this, but the number one way to really create space, physical space, so you can do the inner work to heal yourself and get out of this relationship is to cut any and all communication. 30 days minimum. No contact, no texting, no Instagram, no Facebook, no even ability to see this person's face. You have got to create a physical separation from this person. And by doing the no contact rule, this is basically the only way to ensure that you create that physical space to be able to move on from a toxic relationship. You know, it may sound like a lot, trust me. And I'm telling you right now, it is basically the first step and the only step that will allow you to move forward and do the other things that will allow you to move on from this relationship. The second way to get out of a toxic relationship is to begin to process the emotions that you're experiencing inside that have been created, that have been harbored throughout the entirety of the relationship, and maybe stuff that you didn't even realize you carried inside before, during, or after the relationship has ended. Now, the first point's pretty harsh, I realize that. No contact. You can't talk to this person. You spent X amount of time with them over the course of your relationship. Now I'm telling you to leave them high and dry completely, not see them, not be around them, not do anything, and process your own stuff that comes up. And I want to be more kind and compassionate with this and tell you that you can do this at your own pace. You don't have to be some, extra worldly, mystic being who's able to sit with all their trauma, their pain, their fire, their sorrow, their sadness, and be able to process it all in one go. No, you have my full permission. You have the full permission of whatever you need to advise yourself in to process what you're going through bit by bit. You don't have to process it at all. People use means of escape to not have to feel what they're going through. People will get out of a relationship and begin to party a lot, hang out with their friends, get into other short-term romantic relationships. And, going back to point 1, I would advise you in terms of your connections to other people, in terms of romantic and intimacy, to also leave that a bit of a break as you go through the no contact so you can really feel what comes up. Everything else, though, is a full go. You want to party, you want to hang out with your friends, you want to eat ice cream all day, you want to watch Netflix, you deserve it. You went through hell and back. You're in a toxic relationship. You need space to get out of the fire. So do what you need to do to make yourself feel better, okay? There is no rush in trying to heal yourself from what you've been through. Another thing you could do is use your support network, use your family, use the people who care about you deeply. They're going to be there for you and want to support you. Rely on them, lean on them, talk to them, be with them. And once again, use all the tools that you have, that you know that you can utilize to make yourself feel better, because you don't have to face all this right now. You deserve, and you can take time to be with what arises in your field. And just a pro tip as we move on to point number 3, this is going to be the third point, the third way, is to have more fun, almost just use this experience and have the open mind to do a thought experiment with me. Can you have fun with the sorrow of moving on from a toxic relationship? If you want to eat ice cream all day and watch Netflix, can you have fun doing that? It's enjoyable. You're getting pleasure. Dopamine's going through your body. Can you have fun being in that space? If you want to go out with your friends and party and let loose and get this person off your mind, can you have fun doing that? Like, going out is fun. Being with your friends is fun. Have fun doing that. If you're scared and you cry all day and you're processing enormous amounts of pain and you want to go back to this person so badly, even though you know it's not good for you, can you have fun in that? treat this like a game. Treat this like a video game if you're somebody who likes those. If not, treat it like any of your favorite game. The fun times where you're able to treat yourself and do something that's fun, those are beautiful, as well as the times that aren't so great, that pull you down into those heart-breaking, heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching experiences. If it's a video game, can you just try, please, just try to have fun in that? It's a game. It doesn't mean too much, And say you make a mistake. Say you happen to stumble upon a photo of your ex. Say you happen to really want to reach out to them and you end up doing it. Can you have fun in making mistakes? You're not perfect. These are just guidelines, These are just tips from somebody who's been through a relationship that represented what I'm talking about. And I know the side of the person who has been the domineering party. I was that person. And I want to give you the awareness that as somebody who's been giving their power away for so long in this relationship, you're going to feel new things as you take your power back. And it's going to cause reactions in this other person who's going to act towards you in ways that are different. So if you honor this process and the fact that it's a game, it's something that's shifting, that's changing, treat this breakup, treat this leaving of the relationship like a game, and you can give yourself a lot more compassion to move through what you're going through. And a bonus point here for you is that I want you to take your time, go through the points that I mentioned. I know the first one was kind of harsh. No contact. I can't budge on that. That is a non-negotiable you have to do. And then you can take your time and have fun with the other things. Be compassionate with yourself until you get to a point where you're ready to emotionally sever the link, cut the cord between you and this other person. I've recently witnessed somebody who went through this process, and when she did it, in my body, I felt a sense of liberation and freedom that I was picking up from her. And I know that this was the final step that she needed to go through to get out of a 4-year toxic relationship that was driving her absolutely crazy. And by the end of it, this person was saying, doing, and being in ways that were downright inhumane. Almost like I don't want to say demonic, but damn near pretty much that kind of energy. And what she finally had to do, when she created the space to know that she was not going back, she had to emotionally sever the link. She had to commit that she was done being there for this person. Obviously, she cares about this person's well-being enough to stick around for that long, but more importantly, it was about being there for herself. And when she finally cut that cord, when she finally severed that link, there was an inner freedom and a spaciousness to where she could finally live her new life. So ultimately, that is my intention for you for this video. You, my dear darling, female or male, this video is aimed at the female perspective because I know what it's like to witness a female take her power back. So that's my goal and intention for you. If you're a dude and you're going through this, bro, holy shit, what kind of girl did you get yourself in with? I'm just joking, but use these same principles and know that I'm, thinking of you as well, and that both parties, when you make the choice to emotionally sever the link, have the chance to find themselves again and live the life that they've come here to live. Okay? And her, the way she severed that link, by the way, if she did the no contact, she blocked this guy on all social medias. Now, I'm telling you to do that initially so you can create the space and create that emotional healing. And let me tell you, when you do that no contact rule, by the way, this is why it's so important, you can get to that place where my friend got to, where she finally, made the decision not to invest with this person anymore and cut all ties and create that physical space. And you can do it much sooner if you follow this process. So there's no real length of time that you need to heal from this. Do it at your own pace. This is just my perspective and my desire to help you move through this as fast as possible. And you're going to have to experience some pain, some turmoil. I'm sorry. And you have the ability to go through it in a way that serves you using these points and using your own direct experiences and intuition. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'm going to leave a resource down below too. It's called How to Heal from a Broken Heart in 30 Days, something along those lines. I read it when I was going through my breakup, and it helped me get over that space phase where I needed to kind of create the space, and it led to that emotional clearing. So that's my intention for you. And with much love and appreciation, I respect you and hope you're doing well throughout the process.